Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
The industrial sector is the backbone of our nation's progress. And with the progress comes the responsibility to safeguard the infrastructure. Today, we are going to meet a winning team whose triumph in the Smart India Hackathon 2023 is not just a victory for themselves, but a significant milestone in advancing safety measures within our industrial landscapes. Let's meet Vineet and Dheeraj. Welcome to the show, Vineet and Dheeraj. Please introduce yourself to us first.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Hello, sir. I am Vineet Jain, currently pursuing my bachelor's in computer science engineering at Chandigarh University. I am the founder and a programmer science startup Profit. And now Dheeraj will talk about himself.
So yeah, myself is Dheeraj and I am also pursuing my bachelor's degree from Chandigarh University. Currently, I'm in like second year and I'm also working as a part-time developer for a US-based organization, Tech.
Great. So you two participated along with your team in the Smart India Hackathon 2023 and came up as winners. So wonderful. Congratulations for that. Now, when you came up with that winning formula or the winning solution, let's start talking about that. So before we go on to the solution, let's talk about the problem. So what is the problem area that you dealt with?
So currently the problem in the industry is that in industrial settings there is a deadly threat, that is gas leakage, and industries uses hazardous substances that chemicals that are when released in air can cause significant harm to people. There were many cases in past like Bihar and in other countries as well, where the gas leaked overnight and people couldn't even know, and by the morning that caused a lot of deaths. So the industry owners, factory people, the managers, they even didn't know about the gas leak that happened, and people and media got to know way after. It was too late for the ambulances and healthcare facilities to be informed. So we have created a solution that targets on fixing this and spreading the information very fast, so that before something happens like gas leakage or fires, we can notify people and the factory owners that has happened.
Indeed, that is certainly a very, very critical area. And who would have forgotten Bhopal gas tragedy back then? That tragedy was like, that shook the nation. And I wish we had something like the solution that you have come up with. And it certainly is going to be a path-breaking solution, I'm sure. So please tell us about, how did you start working on this particular solution, and what impact do you think it's going to make?
We had the PS 1505, which targets or specifies on aerial hazard. We were thinking on how we can provide the solution which can save life. Our main motto was to save life. It's better to prevent fire than fighting fire. So our main motto was to prevent the gas leakage from happening. Most of the factories already have sensors and all installed, but they are not digitized. So we have provided a software solution to digitize those applications and provide the data to the industry owners real time, so they can know even a slightly change in data like gas leakage, they will be notified in the app and they can instantly go and fix it and stop it. So that is the main part that we are preventing before it is occurring. But we have also created a machine learning model which predicts the gas leakage. When a gas leaks in the air, it spreads in the entire area. We need a proper machine learning model to predict for in which direction and up to how far that gas leak will occur. So we have made a list of factors that determines how much the gas will leak, like temperature, humidity, the landscape of the area. It is a fact, open land or it is in between multiple buildings. So we have counted all those factors and created a machine learning model that predicts the zone, a danger zone in which the gas will be leaked. So people can get notified of that area and stay away from that area.
Okay, great. That sounds really wonderful. And In the era of Bhopal gas tragedy, this would have certainly made a lot of difference. So now tell me, how does it really work?
So when a gas is leaked, the sensor triggers the sensor in each, suppose a gas cylinder is there, it has sensors installed that continuously checks the pressure in the cylinder and also have the data of which kind of gas is this and its density and all. So whenever a gas is leaked, it triggers a API to the out to our backend and sends the data about how much gas is leaked, at what rate the gas is leaking, and the all information about the gas. And in the backend, we have a machine learning server, which a Python server, which predicts from that data that what gas is leaked, and according to that gas leak, we predict the danger zone, which is around that area.
Okay, once that leakage is detected and it comes to your system, then what happens
Yeah.
next? Like, do you put this information somewhere, or a person needs to access your platform to get this information? How does it work after that?
Basically, once we get the notification that the gas is leaked in our database or in our system, then first step we will predict the area, and we will map that area to the user application, which is to all the like industry workers, industry employee, manager, and all. Also, apart from this, whenever a gas is leaked in certain amount of area, so we will be also collaborating with the local network provider like Airtel, BSNL, and all. So what we will do, we will notify them by means of like SMS or some kind of messaging app, so that the common people also can get to know that this happens here.
Okay, so does one need to subscribe to this kind of a thing, or how is it available to common masses or the industrial
No,
houses?
no, there is no kind of subscription and all, and it is open source. Our application will be available on Play Store. Everyone can like download that. And apart from the application, also, if you do not have access to our application, you can also get benefit of this, because we will be collaborating, as I already mentioned, we will be collaborating with the local area provider, local network provider. So if some kind of tragedy, some kind of hazard happens to your area or location, so you will be notified.
So here is the application that is available to everyone from Play Store or iOS Store. They can download it. So once they download it, they have a page for sign up. So they can enter their details, and according to their area, they will get an industry ID. So if they are living in Bhopal in certain area, each and every industries will have their own IDs. So when they sign up, they will enter the industry ID here. So once the sign up is complete, we also take the skills of that people. So in case of suppose a fire has occurred and healthcare service cannot reach on time, so we can contact these people and based on their skills, we can get help from local people as well. So here is the application. So it is currently showing that a gas has leaked in this area, and this is the red zone, which is the danger zone. And this orange zone is the means it is kind of hazard zone, but outside that is the safe zone.
Basically, our machine learning model gives us two part of areas. One which is like intensely affected, like 100% affected, and second area is like it might be affected or not might be affected. So it's like 50-50 chances.
I guess every gas leakage would have a different level of potency. So is the application also able to manage that? A certain gas will be less deadly than the other one. So your hazard
Yeah,
areas
that
takes that into account.
yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah, that's what we are like working on right now, because we know each gas has like its own height, its own weight, its own like density, and also for that kind of reason we are working on that. We are preparing our machine learning model to work on like each and every individual gas part, so that in future we will be implementing that with the application also.
You are trying to update a certain feature in there. So what else are you working on right now to make this even better?
Yeah. So right now we are like gathering a team for like some chemist peoples. So those peoples will help us to understand more about the gases, the factors which we are not aware about the gases. They will help us to like know about the gases, and they will help us to prepare our data set. So after preparing the data set, we will be implementing that data set in our machine learning model and improving it. Basically, right now we are like constructing our own data set, or why we are testing different gases. We are manually spreading them. We are manually putting the like temperature, manually putting the wind speed and all, and like testing different kind of scenarios and preparing the data set.
So once that part of knowledge comes to you, once you have a better understanding of gases and how these operate, then you'll make this application even more robust. And at that point, probably you would want to implement that in the actual field conditions. Am I right?
Yes, sir. There
Correct.
are several other features as well in the app. Like if you are the manager of the factory and you are not in the factory, so you can open the app and check your emergency contact list and contact the emergency services fast from the app on directly. Also, our app directly contacts to the hospitals, fire office, and police station. So whenever a hazard situation occurred, the app already sends the notification to each and every healthcare services and all. Also in the app, there the managers can see the real-time sensor status, like all the sensors are working correctly or not, and the pressure of each gases and everything. This data is updated live. They can control the sensors as well from the app. Like if they want the doors closed or ventilation open, they can directly do that from the app.
So these sensors that we are talking about, they are the ones which are already existing in the any industrial setup, right? Or are you planning to put your own sensors there, which are compatible with your application?
Very common in the in the industry, but they are all working in offline mode. They are not digitized. So we are just digitizing those sensor and putting the data on the application and controlling the sensors from the application.
So basically, you will be using the existing sensors which are there in the industrial
Yes,
setup
sir.
already, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I may ask,
Oh,
how much more time do you need to, bring this application or bring this, solution to the real world scenario?
I think
It's like
if
little hard to like give you said like approx time also. So because we are like quite slow in the process, because you need to understand that dealing with the gases like it's little bit like more complex task.
the most important part of the application is the machine learning model, and that model needs a data set, and so creating that data set is the time taking part. Overall the application is ready. So to make the this hazard zone more accurate, we need the machine learning model to be better.
Okay, so in the end, I would like to ask you, what impact do you expect your application to make in the real world scenario when you actually implement it on ground?
So when the application is the live, it will help mostly in preventing any situation from occur. Our main motto was that, so that this never happens. Such like Bhopal gas strategy, it should have never happened if the application was existing. People could have got notified about the hazard that has occurred and they could have run away from the area. So that is the main part. We will be notifying and spreading the information very fast, through social media and notifications and alerts.
Yeah, of course, rightly said. I mean, if we are able to avoid those kind of tragedies, there can't be anything better which can be given to the as a gift to the industrial world. So great, guys! It was
Yes.
really nice talking to you and understanding the solution that you provided for industrialized setup of the country. And I'm sure it's going to immensely help the infrastructure that we have built over a period of time, and which is helping the economy of the country. And you're trying to protect that very infrastructure. Wonderful. I wish you all the best, and
Thank you.
I wish that this particular application, this particular solution, sees light of the day very, very soon, if not much later. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today,
you so much.
and we wish you
Thank you,
all the
sir.
best. In an era where technological advancements are shaping industries, this team has demonstrated a profound understanding of the critical importance of fire safety in industrial settings. Their winning project is a testament to their ingenuity and commitment to addressing the unique challenges associated with industrial safety. We will meet another ingenious team in the coming edition. Watch out for this space.